Allen looked his way. Now throws. It's Shakir down the sideline, inside the 5.
All 32 NFL teams have at least one under-the-radar player who's not getting that much attention. But hey, these players wouldn't have it any other way. So let's dive into all 32 NFL teams' biggest secret weapon heading into 2024. Arizona Cardinals, Trey Benson. The Cardinals used the number 66 pick on the Florida State running back who will serve as James Conner's backup. But don't be surprised if Benson eventually replaces Conner as the RB1. The ex-Seminoles star had over 1,000 yards of offense in each of his final 2 college seasons. With his speed and shiftiness, Benson will get lots of carries in a new-look Arizona offense featuring a healthy Kyler Murray and prized rookie receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. Atlanta Falcons, Darnell Mooney. The excitement in Atlanta's offense centers around Kirk Cousins, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, and Bijan Robinson. But don't sleep on newcomer Darnell Mooney, who signed a 3-year deal worth $39 million. Mooney put up 81 receptions for 1,055 yards and 4 touchdowns in 2021 on a very lousy Chicago team. He was held back by lackluster QB play in his final 2 years in the Windy City, so don't be surprised if Mooney regains his 1,000-like form with Atlanta, especially if Pitts is unable to regain that star-like form that we saw in 2021. Baltimore Ravens, TJ Tampa. The Iowa State corner was supposed to be gone by the second round, but Tampa somehow fell to Baltimore in round 4. The 6'1", 194-pound corner won't get much attention with Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Williams, Kyle Hamilton, and fellow rookie Nate Wiggins. But Tampa was a rock-solid cover corner who notched 16 pass breakups and 3 interceptions over his final 2 seasons with the Cyclones. Buffalo Bills, Khalil Shakir. The Bills' 2022 fifth-round pick had a stellar sophomore season, posting 39 receptions for 611 yards and 2 touchdowns. Keon Coleman and Curtis Samuel are projected to be Josh Allen's top 2 wideouts with Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis gone. But don't sleep on the speedy Shakir, who already has established chemistry with Allen. Shakir could easily emerge as the new WR1 or number 2 receiver in Orchard Park. Carolina Panthers, Jonathan Brooks. Adam Thielen, Xavier Legette, Deontay Johnson, and Chuba Hubbard round out Bryce Young's set of weapons. But we're also bullish on rookie Jonathan Brooks, who should get his fair share of touches. The 207-pound back can at least expect lots of action in goal-to-go situations as both a runner and pass catcher, making Brooks a potential sleeper to target in your fantasy leagues. Chicago Bears, Tyreek Stevenson. Stevenson had his struggles in coverage like most rookie corners, but he made up for it with excellent plays on the ball. Stevenson had 4 interceptions, 16 pass breakups, and 2 forced fumbles in year 1. Stevenson can only improve in coverage, and the presence of Pro Bowler Jalen Johnson and young safety Jaquan Brisker means more favorable matchups for the former. With elite ball-hawking skills, Stevenson could make the jump to All-Pro in year 2. Cincinnati Bengals, Cam Taylor-Britt. The Bengals' D took a step back last year, but an inevitable turnaround starts largely with third-year corner Cam Taylor-Britt. Britt had 4 interceptions and 1 pass breakups in 2023, and according to Pro Football Reference, he allowed just a 56.7 completion percentage and a 78.0 passer rating when targeted. This is the year for Taylor-Britt to make the jump to superstar level. If he builds off of last year, the Bengals should reassert themselves as the Kansas City Chiefs' main challengers in the AFC. Cleveland Browns, Martin Emerson Jr. When you think of the Browns' elite defense, you think of Myles Garrett first, then Denzel Ward, Zadarius Smith, Juan Thornhill, etc. Well, don't sleep on third-year corner Martin Emerson Jr., who might actually supplant Denzel Ward as the Browns' main shutdown corner. MJ was low-key lights out last year with 4 interceptions and 14 pass breakups. Per PFR, he also didn't allow a single TD in coverage and allowed a 46.8 completion percentage and opposing passer rating of 46.3 when targeted. That right there is the definition of secret weapon if we've ever seen one. Can't wait to see what the kid has in store for year 3. Dallas Cowboys, Jalen Tolbert. The number 88 pick of 2022 has seen very little playing time in Dallas' offense over his first 2 years. But that's got to change here in 2024, given the shallow wide receiver depth after CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. Tolbert's game is built on speed, and Dak Prescott needs to take advantage of it and try to take more deep shots. Maybe this is the year that Tolbert puts it all together and takes over as the number 2 receiver behind Lamb. Denver Broncos, Marvin Mims Jr. Mims Jr. saw limited action on offense as a rookie last year, but he still tallied 22 receptions for 377 yards and a touchdown. The Oklahoma product flashed on special teams, earning Pro Bowl and second-team All-Pro nods as a return specialist. With game-breaking speed and the ability to stretch the field, Mims Jr. should get every chance to vie for the Broncos' number 1 receiver role with Jerry Jeudy long gone. Mims is well-suited for Sean Payton's quick-strike offense, and he's in good position to produce early with opposing teams, mostly focusing on Courtland Sutton. Detroit Lions, Aleem McNeil. Despite missing 4 games in 2023, McNeil tallied a career-high 5 sacks for the NFC runner-ups. He also finished with an excellent Pro Football Focus grade of 88.5, serving as a beast of a run stopper and interior pass rusher. Most people are focusing on Aiden Hutchinson, Jack Campbell, Brian Branch, and Terrion Arnold on that Detroit defense, but don't sleep on McNeil, who looks poised to go from very good to all-pro this year. Green Bay Packers, Dontavian Wicks. Wicks was one of many standouts from the Packers' 2023 rookie class, tallying 39 receptions for 581 yards and 4 touchdowns. Jaden Reed was the Packers' top receiver last year, but Wicks has the upside to supplant him as Jordan Love's new go-to guy, especially if Christian Watson again struggles to stay healthy. Houston Texans, Kalen Bullock. Right now, Houston's 2024 third-round pick slots behind Jimmy Ward and Jalen Petrie on the safety depth chart. But head coach DeMeco Ryans will want to get some meaningful reps in for the jack-of-all-trades safety. Bullock's football IQ and ball-hawking skills could make him a fun chess piece on Ryans' defense, so keep an eye on the USC product when he hits the field. Indianapolis Colts, Adonai Mitchell. The Texas wideout was widely projected to be a first-round pick, yet he somehow fell to Indy in round 2 at number 52 overall. It might be easy to lose sight of Mitchell in an offense led by Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman Jr., and Josh Downs, but Mitchell's 6'2", 205-pound frame and explosive abilities actually make him a candidate to take over as Indy's #1 receiver. Jacksonville Jaguars, Tank Bigsby. Travis Etienne Jr. is a top 10 running back in football, but the Jags didn't use a 2023 third-round pick on Bigsby to be a bench warmer. Head coach Doug Peterson has stressed the need to get Bigsby more involved in 2024. As great as Etienne is, the Jaguars need to cut back on his workload and give Bigsby the chance to shine. And Peterson knows that. Kansas City Chiefs, Jalen Watson. Watson has only made 8 starts over his first 2 seasons, but that's largely because of the Chiefs' rich group of corners. With L'Jarius Sneed long gone, Watson will get first dibs on replacing his starting lineup gig. Watson has the luxury of learning behind an all-time great DC in Steve Spagnuolo, so it's not a stretch to think that he will quickly emerge as KC's next stud corner. Las Vegas Raiders, Jack Jones. Jones' off-field and character issues caused the Pats to waive him mid-season. He was picked up by the Raiders, where JJ flourished in a small sample size. He had 2 picks and yielded just a 63.0 passer rating when targeted. In his 2022 rookie year with the Pats, Jones didn't allow a single TD in coverage and yielded only a 64.8 passer rating. So, yeah, the kid could be pretty damn good on a vastly improved Raiders D under head coach Antonio Pierce. Los Angeles Chargers, Josh Palmer. With Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Austin Eckler gone, Palmer will get a shot to become one of Justin Herbert's top weapons in 2024. 2023 first-rounder Quentin Johnston and 2024 second-round pick Ladd McConkey are bigger household names. But Palmer, who had 581 yards receiving in 11 games last year, has the upside and experience to become the next Pro Bowl pass catcher in LA. Los Angeles Rams, Blake Corum. The Rams already have a stud RB1 in Kyren Williams, but a team in win-now mode wouldn't use a third-round pick on Corum if they weren't planning on using him. Corum was the star of the Michigan Wolverines offense in their national championship-winning season. Sean McVay loves using multiple RBs, so expect a good chunk of carries for the 213-pound beast, especially in goal-to-go situations. Miami Dolphins, Jonnu Smith. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, and Devon Achane get all the attention as Tua Tagovailoa's main weapons, but newcomer Jonnu Smith could also be in line for another year after a superb 55-82 and 3 stat line on a rush-first Atlanta offense last year. Smith will get his fair share of targets from Tua, especially in the red zone. New Orleans Saints, Jawan Johnson. Johnson missed 4 games in 2023 and thus was unable to build off a stellar 2022 season that saw him post a stat line of 65, 508, and 7. But with no clear-cut number 2 pass catcher to complement Chris Olave, this feels like the year where Johnson could step in and emerge as a star in New Orleans' offense. New OC Clint Kubiak, like his father Gary, loves featuring TES in his offense. So maybe this is where Johnson stays healthy and becomes the new star tight end in New Orleans after tallying 15 receiving TDs over the last 3 years. New York Giants, Wan'Dale Robinson. Robinson showed signs of growing into a star in 2023 by tallying 79 receptions for 525 yards and a touchdown. The arrival of can't-miss rookie wideout Malik Neighbors will greatly open up the Giants' offense and force Daniel Jones to throw it more, now that Saquon Barkley is gone. That could open the door for the lightning-quick Robinson to break out in year 3 and truly assert himself as a future star in the Big Apple. New York Jets, Allen Lazard. Lazard's first year at the Jets was a disaster, mostly because he didn't have Aaron Rodgers. Well, Lazard's old pal from Green Bay is healthy and ready to dominate once again. Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, and Breece Hall are getting all the love as Rodgers' main weapons, but he's got the most chemistry with Lazard, who could very well put together a career year if Rodgers stays healthy. Philadelphia Eagles, Nakobe Dean. Dean started out 2023 as a starter on Philly's D, only to be limited to 5 games because of multiple injuries. So, the Georgia product will try again here in 2023. The arrival of new DC Vic Fangio should help Dean, who will get an expanded look in Philly's loaded front seven featuring Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Bryce Huff, and Josh Sweat. Pittsburgh Steelers, Roman Wilson. The Steelers have a long history of finding stud wide receivers after round 1. George Pickens serves as the most recent example, so pardon us for being bullish on rookie Roman Wilson this year. Pittsburgh does not have a clear-cut number 2 receiver following the Deontay Johnson trade. The Michigan product had 12 receiving TDs on a rush-first Michigan offense last year, so we're excited about his potential on a new-look Pittsburgh offense that added Russell Wilson and Justin Fields at QB. San Francisco 49ers, Jawan Jennings. Both Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuels are hot trade candidates to monitor between now and the trade deadline. If one of them leaves, then the door is going to be wide open for Jennings to step up and enjoy a bigger role in the offense after a very stellar showing in the postseason. Seattle Seahawks, Uchenna Nwosu. Nwosu had an unexpected breakout year in year 1 with the Seahawks 2 years ago, tallying 9.5 sacks, 4 pass breakups, and 3 forced fumbles. Unfortunately, he missed all but 6 games last year with a torn pectoral muscle. So don't sleep on a healthy Nwosu in 2024. And plus, he stands to greatly benefit from new head coach Mike McDonald. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Cade Otton. The Bucs were too reliant on the receiving tandem of Mike Evans and Chris Godwin last season. But third-year tight end Cade Otton, who had a 47, 455, and 4 stat line a year ago, looks poised to enjoy an expanded role in the Bucs' pass-heavy offense. The Bucs' red zone offense could be much scarier with a third playmaker to help Evans and Godwin, so don't be shocked if Otton gets more targets and truly asserts himself as the new TE1 in Tampa. Tennessee Titans, Roger McCreary. Tennessee's 2022 second-round pick took a big step forward last season, allowing 0 touchdowns in coverage while tallying 6 pass breakups, 2 sacks, and 1 interception. The Titans' prized offseason acquisition, L'Jarius Sneed, will help McCreary immensely. With more support back there, McCreary will get more favorable one-on-one matchups and should easily top last season's semi-breakout campaign. Washington Commanders, Frankie Louvu. Louvu tallied 12.1 total sacks and 9 pass defenses over his last 2 seasons on a lousy Carolina team. With more support around him in DC, not to mention the arrival of defensive mastermind and head coach Dan Quinn, Louvu could easily put together a career year in 2024. At the very least, he'll be another serviceable pass rusher alongside Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen. But who do you think is the NFL's ultimate secret weapon heading into 2024? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, well, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.